Are you an LLC? And are you looking for a business line of credit, maximum $100,000 from a bank? Then you want to watch this show. So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. The first bank I want to share with you is BMO Harris. BMO Harris is a great bank. BMO Harris is a really flexible bank. They have a streamlined business line of credit application. And you, as an LLC, you can actually get somewhere from $10,000 all the way to $1 million. But on average, we've seen on our research, they tend to approve LLCs in the region of 100,000 all the way to 175,000. So you stand a chance to actually qualify for a business line of credit through BMO Harris. The only thing is BMO Harris is geo restricted. So BMO Harris doesn't cover a lot of states. So you got to be really lucky that you are in a state that they cover to actually qualify. Okay. But if you do qualify, they want you to be a business customer. So your LLC has to have a business bank account with them for at least 6 months before you actually apply for this business line of credit. But what we love is that the line of credit application is really streamlined. So they tend to approve those credit programs real fast. So 24 to 48 hours, that's what we have seen. We've seen cases where they even approved one of our business customers for, business customers about 12 hours. So BMO Harris, very fantastic. So when you think about BMO Harris for your LLC, you have a constellation of business credit programs besides the line of credit. So you have a line of credit, of course. You also have business loans. You have a business flex loans. You have SBA loans. You have business real estate lending. You have equipment leasing. And the cool thing is all of those programs, you can actually have them secured or unsecured. So you can actually collateralize the loan or the line of credit if your LLC has assets that you are willing to pledge. Okay. Otherwise, everything I'm telling you can actually be approved for any program I just spoke to you about on an unsecured basis. If you have any question, you can just contact BMO Harris for more information. The number is 1-888-340-2265. 1-888-340-2265. Or you can just go to a BMO Harris branch and talk to a representative there. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. The second bank that gives LCs up to 100,000 in business line of credit is Santander Bank. Now, Santander Bank is kind of cool also. Santander is present in the Northeast, but also in Florida. So basically, again, we are speaking here about geo restriction. But hey, listen, Santander covers more states than BMO does. So you have a business line of credit at Santander. The maximum amount you can get actually is $500,000. So $500,000, and you have no financial statements required for lines of credit up to $250,000. Okay, so you have a pretty streamlined business line of credit application process. If you are looking for, if you have an LLC, whether you have a single member or a multi-member LLC, and you are looking for a business line of credit, so maximum is $500,000. But on average, what we have seen is that Santander tends to approve $100,000 to $125,000 even faster. Okay, so this is really great. And you can use, and they don't have any restriction when it comes to the use of line of credit proceeds. So you can use the cash to finance accounts receivable. You can purchase inventory. You can use the cash for seasonal cash flow to sort of counter seasonal cash flow fluctuations. So this is really great. So when we talk about Santander, we're talking about a bank that's really there. And what's even cooler is that they will assign a banker to you. They will assign a loan rep to you. And that loan rep will be your contact, your main contact throughout your relationship with Santander. Okay. Now, if you want to get more, see, the maximum business line of credit you could get from Santander on an unsecured basis is $500,000. If you want a larger line of credit amount for your LLC, you're going to have to collateralize part of the business line of credit. If you are willing to bear some of the risk, if you are willing to have some skin in the game, Santander has no problem actually approving you for a business line of credit up to $10 million. Okay. But again, you're going to have to collateralize the rest. So just make sure that your LLC has the right business assets, or, it has some business assets you are willing to pledge. So overall, think of Santander as a geo-restricted bank that is present in the Northeast, but also in Miami, Florida. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about banks that give a business line of credit to up to $100,000 to LLCs. Regions Bank. So Regions Bank is another great bank that does a lot of great things to LLCs. Regions tend to approve. They will approve you up to $250,000, but on average, we have seen they will give you $100,000 to your LLC. Not a problem. And Regions wants you to be a business customer for at least 3 months before you apply. By the way, Santander also wants you to be a business customer for 3 months before you apply. So Regions, the cool thing about Regions is that everything happens quickly on the phone. Okay. Regions doesn't have yet a pretty sophisticated business line of credit application online. So it's just better if you want to if you want to seek money from Regions, you just want to contact them. The number is 1-800-REGIONS. So 734-4667, 1-800-734-4667. Or you could just log into your online banking account and start a conversation there. But it's just better to go to a branch or contact Regions. And what we love about Regions is that their business line of credit application is pretty streamlined for LLCs, whether single member or multi-member, not a problem. So number 3, you have Regions. Number 4, you have M&T Bank. So M&T Bank is another great bank. And what we love about the M&T is that they offer a business line of credit to LLCs, and the amount, actually M&T Bank will cap you at $500,000. So $500,000 if you are looking for, let's say, an unsecured business line of credit. Even though we believe that we have seen in our research and based on on data that our clients shared with us, that the average business line of credit at M&T is around $100,000, $125,000. Pretty streamlined, not a problem. But M&T can be really, really generous. They can go all the way to $500,000 or even above $1 million in terms of business line of credit. They do have several programs when it comes to business line of credit. They have something called Business Access Line of Credit. They have something called Flex Line of Credit. They have something called Flex Loan Line of Credit. So you have a constellation of business loan programs, business line of credit programs for LLCs, for S corporations, for C corporations, for LLPs, and so on and so forth. That's just fantastic. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about the banks that gives a business line of credit to LLCs. So this is just great relationship with American Express. So if you're LLC, whether a single member or multi-member, there are members in that LLC. They have an existing relationship with American Express. That's really fantastic. You could qualify for this business line of credit. Or if you actually have a good credit and you are generating nice revenue, you also can actually you can qualify. So with American Express, you have up to $250,000, right? And they want you to have an average monthly revenue of at least $3,000. Now, this American Express business line of credit, actually, it used to be called Cabbage, and they bought over all the assets of Cabbage. Cabbage actually unfolded. This company unfolded during COVID, and American Express actually bought them. They bought them over. They rebranded the whole thing, and now it's called American Express Business Line of Credit. Okay, but the maximum you can get is $250,000. Pretty fast approval process. We love that a lot. Of course, you have the signature, the signature of a marquee institution such as American Express. This is just great. So overall, you could qualify real fast. It's just that you have to make sure that you speak to American Express and you also have your paperwork. Now, is the process streamlined? Yes. The process is streamlined, but you're gonna have to do a little bit of a research, because American Express wants your LLC to generate at least $3,000 to qualify for their business line of credit. Is it reasonable? Yes, it's reasonable. Any quote unquote decent LLC any decent LLC that wants to have a business line of credit that high, $100,000, should be able to generate at least $3,000 in revenue, because you're gonna have to repay the line of credit. Whatever you tap into the business line of credit, it has to be repaid anyway. So make sure you look at that side of things. I want to share with you another account here. We have PNC, and PNC actually is another great institution. And PNC actually offers LLCs, business lines of credit, up to $100,000. And with PNC, you have actually a pretty streamlined process, a very focused process. PNC is very friendly when it comes to working with LLCs across the nation. what we love about PNC is that you are able to have your cash real fast. So PNC will fund you within 12 to 48 hours. So this is really good. Line of credit amounts go from 20 grand to $100,000, and you have a decision process that's really fast. And this is unsecured. Okay, your LLC does not have to disperse or does not have to pledge any assets to qualify for this business line of credit. Everything is unsecured. You just have to make sure that you have been with PNC at least 6 months before you apply for this business line of credit. And the cool thing is that your business line of credit, PNC can transfer it to you via online funds transfer, by telephone, or by writing a check against writing a check to that you can deposit in your account. The bottom line here is that you have PNC, and PNC has been doing this for 25 years now. I mean, their business line of credit program has been in existence for 25 years. And it was kind of funny because during COVID, a lot of folks believed that PNC will stop the program temporarily. They never did. Some banks in the nation did though, but PNC didn't do it. So that just tells you the strength, the solidity of this institution. So 20 grand to $100,000. If you have an LLC, you can qualify, not a problem. They're not asking too many questions. Okay. Now, if you have more questions and you are interested in this product, you want to contact 1-800-762-5684. Again, the number here is 1-800-762-5684. They are available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. Eastern. And you can also go to a branch and talk to someone to have a better idea about the business line of credit that PNC has for all the LLCs, all the LLCs in the nation. But it's just a great program. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about the banks that gave business lines of credit to LLCs across the nation. We're talking about $100,000 maximum. So you have U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank is another institution that does a great job. We love U.S. Bank, and their relationship with your LLCs is just fantastic. The application process is streamlined. It's very fast. You get funded within 24 hours. And U.S. Bank wants you to be with them for at least 6 months before you can qualify, before you apply for an LLC business line of credit, unless you have stellar credit. Okay, if you have stellar credit, not a problem. You can just just contact U.S. Bank, not a problem. Now, when you think about the U.S. Bank and their business line of credit program, they have different programs when it comes to business line of credit for LLCs. So they have the cash flow manager. So the cash flow manager is actually a great business line of credit program. They have a business line of credit. They have the business equity line of credit program. And they have the business reserve line program. Okay. Now let's talk about the cash flow manager, which is the program you want to go after. So cash flow manager actually gives you up to $250,000 in cash flow in terms of business line of credit for your LLC. This is really great. You can use the cash like whatever way you want. This is really fantastic. What we love about the cash flow manager is that it's pretty flexible and it's really fast too. The decision process happens real fast, and you are able to move on to something else as soon as possible. So this is really fantastic. So we're talking about $250,000. Now, what about the business line of credit, the regular business line of credit? Here you can qualify for even larger amount, like bigger amount. You are talking about $1 million. So you can use the cash to purchase materials, equipment, or inventory. Your LLC can actually have cash at its disposal for expansion, for let's say for all kinds of stuff. But the thing is that some of this money, some of this line of credit, if you will have to be collateralized. Okay, and you might have to go to a branch, talk to a manager, a U.S. Bank manager, before you get approved. But hey, listen, it is totally worth it. Totally worth it. Next, I want to talk to you about TD Bank. So TD Bank is another great institution here, and TD does a great job when it comes to basically giving you the support that you need if you're an LLC to actually thrive. And we love that a lot. And with TD Bank, you basically can qualify for it. Like your LLC could qualify for a larger amount. So TD Bank gives you like up to $1 million, but they break it down. They break this down based on the program you're in, and they break it down also based on the LLC that you have and the sector you are operating in. Obviously, TD Bank is actually present in a couple of states, 15 states, I believe. And depending on the states you're in, and depending on the sector your LLC is in, you actually will qualify for more or less $100,000. Okay. It's one of those things where you have to contact TD Bank to seek more information. One thing I want to say here is that with TD Bank, you have two options. You actually can apply online, or you can apply at a branch or over the phone. If you're seeking anything below $250,000, you can actually do it online. So online means you can go to your account and you can actually initiate the whole process there. And remember that TD Bank wants you to actually be to be a business account holder for at least 6 months before you actually can qualify for a business line of credit. And TD Bank actually tends to look at the sector you're in, because they want to look at your NAICS code to see what kind of NAICS you have. And they actually compare and contrast that NAICS that you have with their own NAICS database to see the risk models they have developed. But it's not something like that. It's not a big deal. As long as you have the right paperwork, you should be good to go. Now, one thing I want to say about TD Bank is that TD Bank tends to release funds real fast. So you can have your cash released within 48 hours. This is really good, 24 to 48 hours. And they also tend to send checks. People are saying, well, what if I don't want to have online transfers? Well, you can actually, they will send you checks that you could actually write to tap into your approved business line of credit. Another thing I want to say here is that if you're looking for an amount that is higher than $250,000, then you need to go to a branch. They want you to go to a branch. They want to see you. They want to talk to you. They want to have a conversation with you. Okay. And if you have any question, you can call TD Bank right now at 1-855-278-8988, 1-855-278-8988. And they're available Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. through 5 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about banks that give business lines of credit up to $100,000 to LLCs. So let me quickly just say the banks again here. BMO Harris Bank, Santander Bank, Regions Bank, M&T. You have American Express National Bank. You have PNC. You have US Bank. And finally, you have TD Bank. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.